Yes, we could see that Bitcoin pumped round about 4.4% and we finally broke out from the symmetrical triangle and the break of this trend line. So guys, what could we expect? Are we going to reach our price target of 18,000 US dollars? Maybe, but we could see some major volatility during today because we're going to look at the news and we're also going to find out why we saw this major pump for Bitcoin. So guys, if you want to find out more, watch the video until the end, smash up the like button and subscribe and activate the bell so that you always get notified if I upload a new video. So guys, we're going to start on the daily chart for Bitcoin, and as you guys can see, we had a massive pump of 4.4%. But guys, today could be very volatile and we could see a major dump and a major pump, or we're going to see a major scam wick to the upside or towards the downside and then a movement in the opposite direction. But guys, let's go over to the news and let's find out why this day could be very volatile for Bitcoin and all of the markets. US stocks were mixed on Tuesday, while oil prices and bond yields rose as investors looked to remarks from Wednesday from Jerome Powell. The Federal Reserve Chairman is scheduled to speak at the Brookings Institution at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Fed policymakers will meet for the last time of the year in December on the 13th and 14th. So guys, we could expect a major volatility during this time when Fed Jerome Powell speaks, because maybe we're going to get some hawkish news. But maybe we're going to see that the Federal Reserve will pivot and that we're going to see a higher move for all the risk-on assets, including the crypto market. But guys, now we're going to find out what is this catalyst event and this bullish news that pushed the price of Bitcoin up by 4.4%. Brazil regulators approve Bitcoin payments, and yes, this is quite bullish. Amidst the ongoing bear market, regulators from across the globe have been scrutinizing the Bitcoin-led industry. Brazil, however, was taking a leap into the cryptoverse with its latest regulatory framework. Through this approval, Bitcoin and its counterparts will be reportedly recognized as an asset with a value that can be employed for payments. Just in, Brazil lawmakers vote in favor of recognizing Bitcoin as means of payment, and that is quite bullish. They are not accepting Bitcoin as a legal tender, but they are accepting payments in Bitcoin, and that is a big step for Bitcoin, and that is also a driving factor when it comes to worldwide Bitcoin adoption. So this is a very bullish news for Bitcoin, and let's go over to the second bullish news. Fidelity opens retail crypto trading accounts. Following the announcement of a waiting list earlier this month, the blog reported that Fidelity Investment has officially opened retail cryptocurrency trading accounts amidst the mass volatility coinciding with the collapse of FTX. The Fidelity development could be a good sign. Yes, this really could be a good sign for Bitcoin and the whole crypto market because guys, since the devastating collapse of FTX, the cryptocurrency market has struggled to find its footing, yet Fidelity has embraced the investments and trade of digital assets quicker than most traditional investment companies despite the market state and the regulation pushback amidst developments. This is a good step forward. Yes guys, for the global adoption of Bitcoin, this really is a good step, and that is also bringing the trust in the markets again. But guys, if we think at Fidelity being the biggest investment firm, we're going to find out how much they have in investment, and then we can see that Fidelity is one of the largest investment managers in the world with 4.5 trillion in assets under management. So guys, this is a massive step for the crypto market because guys, 4.5 trillion they have under management, and this means if only 1% of the whole managed funds will invest in Bitcoin, this will be a major pump for Bitcoin and massive for the Bitcoin adoption. So guys, let's go back to the charts and let's find out what the price movement is doing for Bitcoin and what volatility we could expect during this Fed Jerome Powell meeting. So guys, back on the charts for Bitcoin on the daily chart, we can see that we had this pump towards the upside. But guys, now we have to go on the lower time frames on the 4-hour chart to find out what we could expect from this volatility during this market, and what are the next support and resistance lines for Bitcoin. So over on the 4-hour chart for Bitcoin, we can see that we broke out from the symmetrical triangle on the 4-hour chart and we perfectly hit our price target at round about 16,000 US dollars. And that was also the last time when I recorded a video where I told you that I think that we're most probably going to hit our price target, and we perfectly did. And then we saw that the price of Bitcoin broke out from this bigger symmetrical triangle. So now we're going to find out what could be the price targets if we're going to see a retracement towards the downside. And first of all, we're going to take the Fibonacci retracement tool and drag it from the bottom all the way to the top, and then we perfectly could see that our next price targets would be the 38.2 for this retracement, which would roundabout lie at $16,700, but maybe we're going to see a dump during this Federal Reserve meeting and come all the way back down and retest our trend line. And if we're going to see a major bounce from these regions, I could expect that we're going to break the $17,000 level and maybe reach the $18,000 level. But guys, we have to be really careful during this major volatility, during these news events, and we must hear what is going to happen at this Fed meeting from Jerome Powell. So guys, we could expect a major dump towards the downside with a very quick reversal and coming all the way back up to our $17,000 level, or we're going to see a major pump and then we're going to get some major bad news and then the markets will turn around and we're going to come all the way back down. But guys, let's go on the 15-minute chart to find out what is Bitcoin doing at the moment. So guys, on the 15-minute chart, you can see that we had this major dump towards the downside to the levels of $16,700, and then the price of Bitcoin turned around, but we didn't manage to stay above the 13 EMA, and that is not all too bullish for Bitcoin because you can see we got a major rejection in these levels. But guys, maybe we're going to see a bounce from these regions because on the 5-minute chart, we can see that the price of Bitcoin is holding the 200 moving average. So guys, it would be a good sign if we can hold the 200 moving average and that we're going to consolidate in these areas until we're going to get this news from the Federal Reserve. And guys, make sure to follow my link in the video description below and sign up to my free Telegram group where I will keep you updated if we're going to see any news in the markets. And guys, make sure to sign up with my BitGet link to receive a major deposit bonus. And guys, I'm going to double the next BitGet account, so make sure to sign up and to deposit a small amount of crypto that I can double your account. But now we're going to go over to the DXY and we're going to find out what is the DXY doing at the moment. And as you can see on the 1-hour chart for the DXY, that at the moment we are still under the 200 moving average, and that is quite bullish. If we're going to see that we're going to break the 100 moving average, which is roundabout at 106, then we could expect that the price of the DXY will dump even lower, and then we could expect that the price of Bitcoin will go even higher. But it all depends on the news from the Federal Reserve, if we're going to see a hawkish behavior or if we're going to see a pivot from the Federal Reserve. So guys, if you like this content, smash up the like button and subscribe, and make sure to be for crypto. And we see each other in the next video.